Hello and welcome to another Read With Me session. I am Isabel Badell and I'm here to read another chapter on You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. We are in part 3 of the book. This is the first chapter of part 3, which is actually chapter 10 already, and it's called Meditation 101. If you haven't checked out the previous videos where we're talking about the inner workings of how to become a badass according to Jen, I highly encourage you to go in there, check them out, just listen to it. It has really, really great bits where I know for a fact it's such a great reminder to read these things because, as I mentioned in way previous videos, this is a book that's completely out of my comfort zone. I like to read books on finance and business and, how to create more productivity and all that stuff. Because I've worked really, really hard to become the person that I am today and have the confidence to, share my life with you and do these read with me's. One of my biggest fears ever has been reading out loud. Like, English is not my first language. I learned it by listening to Full House. If you guys, any of you 90s babies, millennials, know Full House, remember that on the Disney Channel? That was literally how I was able to understand English. That was my hooked on phonics. So, yeah, whenever I had to read out loud in school, that was like death to me. It was like the hardest thing ever. And now I'm proud to say that I've been working on myself very, very hard. And in 2022, the year of 2022, we read 24 books. Our goal was 22 books for 2022, and we achieved 2024. And now that we're in 2024, while I'm reading this book here, I'm proud to say that I've read a few books this year because we have a habit now that has helped us become better listeners, better readers, better leaders in our companies, with our families, with our friends. And I'm very, very proud of that because it's the consistent effort, those habits that have been formed, that have helped me get to where I'm at. And one of the things that I really am excited about is meditation. Meditation. If you meditate, please put it in the comments, I meditate, or share with us, what are your ways of meditating? Where do you meditate? How do you meditate? How long? Where do you meditate? Where do you meditate? Because people can meditate all over. I can meditate right now. I can meditate in my bed. I can meditate in the shower. So I'm very curious to hear that about you. How are you meditating? And if you want to learn how to meditate, let us know. That would be very interesting if we can put together something special on that. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is chapter number 10, Meditation 101. If who knows? Knowing Jen, it might not even be anything about meditation. So let's see what she talks about here. Okay. You are never alone or helpless. The force that guides the stars guides you too. Sri Sri Anandamurti, Indian philosopher, social revolutionary, author, and composer. And if I butchered your last name, Sri Sri, I am sorry. Let's get into it. Meditation, otherwise known as sitting still and thinking about nothing, is one of those things that can be just as stupidly simple as it is surprisingly hard. It reminds me of those contests where a bunch of people stand around a brand new car or truck, and whoever leaves their hands on it the longest gets to take it home. The winner wins up on the front page of their local paper, victorious and sleepy, smiling from behind the wheel of her newly won ride with a thumbs up for the camera. Terrytown's very own Jill Bonder was a proud winner of the 2012 Chevy Standoff held in Green Bay, Wisconsin. This past weekend, Jill beat out 68 other contendants from around the country by standing 173 hours and 9 minutes in the Home Depot parking lot, with her hands placed with an unyielding determination on the hood of what would soon to be her Chevy Silverado. "And I'm so excited I won," she said. "There was some stiff competition, some folks who I thought would never back down, but I really brought my A game." With meditation, the simplicity is equally misleading. That's all I have to do to connect with source energy, sit there and do nothing. It can't be that easy, right? Well, it's not, and it's not. Which is why it's called a meditation practice. When you shut up and meditate for even 5 minutes and start to really notice the thoughts that are swirling around in your brain, it's rather illuminating. If you're like most people, the majority of your thoughts are about as valuable and interesting as a bunch of 2-year-olds fighting over a sippy cup. The goal is to quiet your mind of the chatter so you can connect to source energy and instead listen to your inner guidance. I'm going to give you the breakdown on how to meditate, but first I want to recommend that you start small and work your way up. Try meditating for 5 to 10 minutes each day at first, and then add on time as you get less squirmy. There's no right way or wrong way to do this, no set amount of time, no correct things to feel, no rules about how you sit or where you have to do it. All that matters is that you do it if you want to massively improve your life. It's like drinking lots of water or exercising regularly or not bad-mouthing other people. You don't have to do it. And the temptation to blow it off is extremely large. But if you make it a habit of it, not only will you start to crave it, but your entire life will change. Because when we meditate, we practice getting into the vortex and connecting to the source energy, which automatically brings us into the present moment, raises our frequency, opens up to receive unlimited information and ideas, relaxes us, relieves stress, strengthens our intuition and ability to focus, allows us to hear our inner voice more clearly, fills us with light and love, puts us in a good mood, helps us love ourselves. Meditating and being in the vortex is like riding the airstream of awesomeness. And here are the extremely short and simple steps of some different ways to meditate. Basic meditation. Sit in a comfortable cross-legged position on the floor or in the chair with your hands on your knees or in your lap. Sit up straight and relax your entire face, especially your jaw and your forehead. Close your eyes, or if it helps you focus not fall asleep, keep them open and gaze softly at a spot on the ground a couple of feet in front of you. Focus on your breathing. Notice it moving in and out of your body. You don't have to breathe in any special way, just focus on it. Gently release any thoughts that came into your brain and refocus your breathing. Keep your mind as clear and empty as possible and listen for intuitive hits that may or may not come through. And ta-da, that's it. Here's some options and suggestions. Set a timer. You've got enough distracting thoughts without checking the clock to see how long you've been at it every 30 seconds. So light a candle and focus on it. Sometimes having a place to rest your eyes can help you get centered and in the zone. Sit and face a candle that you place on the floor in front of you while you meditate and see if that works out for you. Imagine a bright beam of light shooting down from the sky, shining in through the top of your head, running through your entire body, out of the bottom, and up to the sky again so that it makes a complete circle. I sometimes find it easier to focus on than the even ever popular breath method. Plus, it fills me up with energy and light, and it makes me feel more deeply connected to the source energy. Use a mantra. Sometimes when squirrels are in my head and that are particularly active, I bring in a mantra to chase them out. I repeat a word or a phrase in my mind like love, or thank you, or yes please, or om. Something that makes me feel good and is fairly neutral. But you could use a mantra like meatloaf, I guess, if that's your thing. Try and do it first thing in the morning so you're not distracted by whatever the day brings, and you'll also be more connected having just woken up from sleeping. If there's something in your life that you're working on or through, you can set an intention or ask for help during your meditation practice. Meditating is about receiving information from the universe. Setting the intentions and praying are about sending information out to the universe. There are two ways you can do this. A, start with a question, something like, how do I deal with my pain in the ass teenage son? And then see what happens. If any answer is downloaded while you meditate. Or B, meditate first, open up the channel, clear out the chatter, and then ask yourself the question in a space of clarity and connection and see what, if anything, comes to you. Guided meditation. There are countless CDs, DVDs, YouTube channels, okay, that various hippies and gurus types have made over the years to walk you through meditations. I suggest taking the guided route when you're first starting out if you're having trouble wrangling your mind into submission. They make great training wheels, and I still use them occasionally, especially if I want to focus on something specific. There are also guided meditations centers all over the place, and it's really nice every once in a while to meditate in a group. You can really feed off the energy and get the discipline to sit there for an extended period of time. Do a search for meditation centers and ashrams in your area. Sometimes yoga studios hold guided meditations too. Chanting. Chanting is also a great way to get into a meditative state. You can repeat a mantra over and over out loud on your own, or if you prefer to avoid getting busted and very possibly ridiculed, you can do it in a group by attending a curtain meditation class. Curtain meditation involves call and response chanting of Sanskrit mantras or devotional songs, and you can attend classes at a yoga studio or meditation center. Also, check out the Transcendental Meditation Instruction, a form that involves repeating mantras and sitting twice a day for around 20 minutes at a time. I've had some pretty profound experiences while meditating. I've seen the walls melt around me, felt like I was levitating, and have experienced such a state of euphoria that it almost hurt. I've also had extremely unprofound experiences. I've fallen asleep, spent the entire time squirming and thinking about what to make for lunch, and have been totally in the zone. And then realized I was in the zone and thought, oh, awesome, I'm in the zone, thereby pulling myself out of the zone. The important thing is that you keep showing up, even if you're only in the zone for one collective minute out of the 30 minutes you've been sitting there. It will eventually start making a notable difference in your life, and I think meditation is even more essential now that we have all this technology at our fingertips, and distractions have become a way of life. While I truly believe that we as a species are becoming more and more conscious, I'm amazed by how, at the same time, our attention spans are rapidly shrinking. I was playing tennis the other day with someone who got a text, pulled out his phone, and checked it in the middle of a point. It's astonishing that we can still speak in full sentences. Aside from being one of the most powerful tools in our consciousness raising toolbox, meditation is a much needed is much needed respite from the madness, and it will help us from becoming a bunch of scatterbrained ding-dongs as we zoom around our brave and extremely exciting new world. Yeah, I 100% agree with that last bit. And that is chapter number 10, Meditation 101. And I like that she kind of shared a few different styles, different ways to share, you know, her meditation practices, because it is a practice, right? It's a brand new habit. And for me, I've noticed that I meditate. This is a form of meditation for me, like reading, because I have a lot of thoughts that run through my mind. If you know anything about a Gemini moon, okay, I'm a Gemini moon, honey. And we have thoughts running through our heads. We are creators constantly, consistently, okay? And that is a gift, and it's also something that I need to monitor and control, because if I don't control it, if I don't learn how to harness my power and meditate to control my thoughts, it's like a non-stop thing, and it's exhausting mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of that. So meditation for me has helped me get focused. I don't practice it in the same way that maybe she's talking about, like crossing your legs and, doing the Om thing. I haven't gotten to that point, which I'll try. I'm definitely open to things. However, I do love to meditate in the shower. I get my best ideas in the shower. And I know that I'm constantly saying things to myself, like, I'm grateful, thank you so much, so happy and grateful that we are, and I'll express my goals. I'm so happy and grateful now that we've created this amazing community filled with abundance and love and amazing, incredible souls like yourself. I say those things to myself constantly. I'm so grateful that my family is happy, healthy, loved. I'm so happy and grateful that my wife and I have an amazing relationship that continues to grow and become stronger and more tight. I love that. And I am so happy and grateful that my brother and I are becoming closer and we're finding commonalities within our lifestyles. I'm so happy and grateful that the people that we choose to connect with are bright, brilliant, honest, integrity focused, and have so much life and so much value to give into this world that they're just yearning to be part of something that we are creating together. That is my type of meditation, and I hope you got a lot of that out of it, because I know I do every single day. And with that was chapter number 10, Meditation 101. And in the next video, we're going to go over chapter 11. Your brain is a bee. B-I-T-C-H. So I'll see you in the next video. And let's see what Jen has to say about the other side of these things. Your brain, huh? Okay. I'll see you soon. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.